Morning, dear children. After long days, we are meeting. So, in the last class, we were discussing about the erosional and depositional features of running water. That means the rivers. Okay. So today we are continuing that topic. So today we will discuss the work of sea waves. What are the erosional and depositional features made by the work of sea waves. Actually, sea waves are also responsible for landform formation. Different types of landforms are formed by the work of sea waves. That means depositional as well as erosional. So we can see these types of landforms formed by sea waves in the coastal areas. Okay, so sea waves continuously strike at the rocks and there may develop cracks also. So in due course of time, these cracks will become larger and wider. So some hollows like caves are formed on the rocks. So the first type of erosional landform made by sea waves are sea caves. Okay, so in this picture you can see the sea caves. Okay, so as these cavities or these sea caves become bigger and bigger, only the roof of the caves remain. So thus form the next type of erosional landform made by sea waves, sea arch or sea arches. Okay, you can see this. So this is sea caves and it become wider and larger and become another landform, sea arches. Okay, again, next type is the wall-like features. You can see here stack. Okay, then another important feature made by the sea waves, we can see them in our district also near Varkala. That is also already called Varkala Cliff. Okay, cliff. It is the landform or it is seen on the coastal area. That is the deep horizontal valleys, sorry, vertical valleys made by or the steep side of the coastal line. That is what is called sea cliff. Okay. So here you can see the steep rocky coast rising almost vertically above the sea water. It is called sea cliff. Okay, so in this picture also you can see this cliff. Then another important depositional landform made by the sea waves, actually it is the beaches, beautiful beaches. We have a lot of beaches in our district or in our country, isn't it? So the Shangamugam beach, we already going these places on weekends or holidays, but it is not now. It is due to this lockdown we couldn't go there, but these beautiful shores which are made by the deposition activities of the sea waves, that is beaches. Okay, very beautiful and charming beaches. So these are the important landforms, both erosional and depositional landforms made by the action of sea waves. Okay, so sea arches, then caves, then stacks, sea cliff and beaches. So next one, it is the landforms made by the work of ice. Actually not ice, ice or moving ice. We can say them glaciers. Okay, moving ice are known as glaciers. So actually glaciers are already also known as rivers of ice. They also rewrote the landscape by bulldozering soil and stones to expose the soil solid rock below. So these glaciers carve out deep hollows there. As the ice melts, what happen? They get filled up with water and become beautiful lakes in the mountains. So there are also landforms made by glaciers. We can see in the mountainous region. That means snow-covered mountainous region, especially in the Himalayas or in the polar region, North Pole and South Pole, where we can see permanently frozen regions. Okay. So here you can see a U-shaped valley through which the glacier is moving or flowing. Okay, then these depositional features are known as moraines, glacial moraines. So glacial moraines are the depositional features made by this glaciers. Okay, so that's all for this glaciers or moving ice. Then next we are moving on to the erosional and depositional landforms made by winds. Actually, these winds can make any depositional or erosional landforms. Do you think that? Yes, actually, these winds in our region that blows in our areas are not at all making any erosional or depositional landforms. But can you imagine the places in desert or desert area? Yes, the winds are very active or strong there because there are no such obstruction to check their blowing or the speed of the wind there. So there the winds can make some erosional as well as depositional landforms. Let us check. So the first among them is about mushroom rock. You can see here a rock shaped as a mushroom. So an active agent of erosion and deposition in the deserts is wind. In deserts, we can see rocks in shape of a mushroom, commonly called mushroom rocks. So how these mushroom rocks are formed? Yes, winds erode the lower section of the rock more than the upper part. Okay, therefore such rocks have narrower base and wider top. Okay, so when the wind blows, it lifts the transport the sand from one place to another. So another landforms are formed. So here you can see the mushroom rock. How these are formed? By the abrasion or the carving of sand particles which are blown through the or along with the wind blowing in desert region. So the lower part of the rock in the which are in the desert area, they are carved out by the sand particles and the upper part will be broader. So this type of mushroom rocks we can see in the desert region. Okay, so next the depositional landforms made by winds are called sand dunes. Okay, sand dunes actually they are hills of sand. So the sand particles which blow along with the wind, they will be transported from one place to another and can be deposited. Okay, so these depositions of sand made by the winds, they are known as sand dunes. Sand dunes. Okay, so sand dunes are actually small hills of sand made by the deposition of this wind. Okay, then another depositional landform made by the wind is loess. Okay, actually loess is also a type of sand dune. It is not much higher than this. So the what about the difference is when the grains of sands are very fine and light, the wind can carry it over a long distance. So when such sand is deposited in large areas, it is called loess. Okay, like this is what is called loess. Sorry. So here the particles are very fine. Okay, so the wind can move them or transport them to a longer area, means a longer distance. So these are found largely or large deposits of loess depositions we can see in China. Okay, so you can see these homes here. You can see in this lowest in desert areas of China, they are known as Yandongs. Okay, they are created by digging into the lowest. So you can see them. These lowest they are made by very fine particles of sand. Okay, so these are the important depositional and erosional work or landforms made by sea waves, ice or glaciers and wind. So let us have a look what we have learned today. First we have discussed the work of sea waves. So in that we discussed these four, not four, five important landforms. The first one, sea caves, then sea arches, then stacks and beaches. Then also we saw the sea cliff. Okay, so then second we discuss the forms or landforms made by ice or glaciers. So these depositional landforms of ice or glaciers, they are known as glacial moraines. Okay, then next we saw some depositional and erosional landforms made by wind. So among this, we discuss mushroom rock, then sand dunes and loess. So all these are the important landforms made by different agents of weathering, erosion and deposition. That means river, sea waves, ice and wind. So we are concluding the chapter here. So I will send you the notes today or tomorrow. You have to write it in the geography notebook, and the coming classes we could start the next topic. So sorry, the next chapter. Okay. So and one more thing, please prepare for a test paper of this particular third chapter. Okay, dear children. So another important thing, if you have any doubt, any problem with understanding something in this topic, you can call me, you can contact me personally. Okay dear. Okay, thank you.